Oh, everybody, we are here live for a 3-box break. 2014 Topps Heritage Baseball. We have 9 boxes left. Need to pick 3, guys. 1 pick per customer. Looks like we got 3 of you here. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. Pick 3. 8. Ken 911 lineman 1319. You are up. We're going to go 10 and 11 from those first 2. All right, guys, 8, 10, and 11. Actually, we'll just take 10. We'll take Ken's first pick, and lineman gets 6. So, after further review, 6, 8, 10. We're going with the evens. Ken was getting greedy. 6, 8, 10. This break is sold out. It's brought to you by BCW Supplies. Protect, store, and display. Good luck, everybody. You bought them or you shredded some packs? Nice. Hopefully out of tier 1. Advertising panel. Here we go. Glenn Perkins, Joe Kelly, Rex Brothers, Victor Martinez, Anthony Rendon. First draft, Twins, Greg Nettles. Paul Goldschmidt, Jay Bruce, Freddie Freeman. Adam LaRoche and Anthony Gose. James Loney, Shane Victorino. Rafael Betancourt, Mitch Moreland. New Age Performers, Bryce Harper, Nationals. Ian Kennedy, that's Kennedy. Nick Franklin, Jeremy Guthrie, Goins, and Pilar, Blue Jays. Big Money card. Buck Showalter, Jose Tabata, Starling Marte, Eric Ibar, Ryan Wheeler, Evan Gaddis. Yosmar Pinto and Zach Roscup, rookies. Josh Beckett, Lonnie Chisenhall. Chris Davis, Miguel Cabrera, Adam Pac-Man Jones, and Robbie Cano. Jeremy Hefner, Jeff Locke, Billy Butler. Yadier Molina, Ryan Howard, Aramis Ramirez, John Lackey, and Paul Konerko. Something very short, super short printed. David Holmberg, Chad Bettis. R.A. Dickey, White Sox, Eric Johnson, and Andre Rienzo. Tim Lincecum. First draft for the Mets, Nolan Ryan. Elvis Andrus, Wilson Ramos, Will Venable, Kendry Morales. Jason Castro, Yasmani Grandal. Kevin Correa, Jake Odorizzi. Chris Davis, that's Chris with a K. Alvarez, Goldschmidt, Bruce, and Dominic Brown. Rod Slim, Casey Janssen, and Ricky Weeks. Diana Viciedo, Ross Ollendorf, Joe Nathan, Will Middlebrooks, Carlos Martinez, Neftali Feliz, Rajay Davis, Jim Johnson, Logan Watkins, and Abraham El Monte, rookies. Edward Mujica, Angels rookies, Buddy Boshers, and Matt Shoemaker. Joe Girardi, Garrett Jones, A.J. Griffin, Nolan Arenado, Emilio Bonifacio, Bartolo Colon, and Yoenis Cespedes. Miguel Cabrera, Joe Mauer, and Mike Trout. John Lester. Johnny Cueto, Ryan Ludwig. Heritage Chrome for the Cardinals, Carlos Beltran. Caminero and Johnson, rookies. Alan Craig. Padres, Raymond Fuentes and Tommy Medica. Eric Sogard. Oh, this is numbered 46 out of 999. Johan Santana, Logan Morrison. Hembree and Segrist, rookies. Josh Donaldson, flashbacks, Ernie Banks, Cubs. Then and Now, Ellsbury and Wills. Irvin Santana, Josh Reddick, and Charlie Blackmon. Johnny Peralta, Edwin Encarnacion, and Jason Vargas. Henry Mejia, Brett Wallace. Flashbacks, Frank Robinson, Reds. Jacob Turner, Carl Crawford, and Marco Scudero. Luke Hochevar, Matt Joyce, John Mayberry. Johnny Gomes, Hisashi Iwakuma. New Age Performers, Dodgers, Yin Jin Ryu. Denard Span, Jake Peavy, and Colby Rasmus. A.J. Ellis, Drew Stubbs, Doug Fister, Juan Pierre. Josh Hamilton, Cole Calhoun, Brian Dozier, Alejandro Deraza, and Ivan Nova. Mike Minor, Juan Uribe, Trevor Cahill, Julio Teheran. For the Braves, Clubhouse Collection, Game Used Memorabilia, B.J. Upton. Ryu, Thorne, and Freddie Gonzalez. Mike Moustakas, Michael Kadire, Ben Zobrist, Munenori Kawasaki. David Ortiz, we got some action for the Red Sox. D.D. Gregorius, Robbie Grossman, Matt Kemp, Davidson, and Owings. In action, Poppy. Nate McAuliffe, Terry Collins, Adam Wainwright, Kyle Seager, Jared Cosart. Heritage Chrome Refractor for the Giants, Buster Posey, 261 out of 565. Jose Iglesias, Ricky Nolasco, and Nick Markakis. The Colbster. Tyler Pasternicki, Ron Washington, Dan Ugla, Justin Maxwell. Maxwell! Rangers rookies, Aducci and Butler. The Butler did it. Dustin Ackley, Jose Molina, Tyler Chatwood, and Alexei Ramirez. Nady Eovaldi, Gordon Beckham, Scherzer, Cologne, Moore, Wilson, and Tillman. John Neese, Darren Ruff. Stones get satisfaction atop U.S. chart. The Rolling Stones on the cover of the Rolling Stone. Gerardo Jimenez and John Farrell. Cody Ross, A.J. Burnett, Aroldis Chapman, Chris Tillman. New Age Performers, Clayton Kershaw, Dodgers. Rockies, Walt Weiss, Hector Santiago, Bobby Parnell, and Dave Price. It's war. Matt Holliday, Jared Saltalamacchia, Ike Davis, Michael Waka, Sonny Gray. Then and now, Willie McCovey and Joey Votto-Matic, Carlos Ruiz, Gabby Sanchez, Carlos Clinton. Cody Ash, Jared Weaver, Adrianza and Walters, Jason Hayward Bay. Joe Willie Namath. The Jets opened the wallet and they inked Alabama's Namath. Mike Leake, Jonathan Lucroy, Fernando Rodney, Mets, Travis d'Arnaud, and Wilmer Flores. Omar Infante, Adam Dunn, Cliff Lee. Heritage Chrome Angels, Albert Pujols. 344 out of 999. Danny Salazar, Joe Madden, David Wright, Houston Street, and Christian Yelich. 2 packs to go. Box 1. Big Papi, Todd Frazier, Dexter Fowler, David Louth, Juan Francisco, Chris Davis, Yankees, J.R. Murphy and Cesar Cabral, Yonder Alonso and Shelby Miller. Matt Latos, Jose Altuve, Norichika Aoki, Bruce Bochy, John Danks, J.B. Shuck, Jed Lowry, Edwin Jackson, and A.J. Pollock. Tier 1 for debt relief. Yes, we will have Tier 1. When? I don't know. But I heard it's good. What else do we got coming? Top Series 2, Tier 1, Archives Baseball. Our first Archives break will be, I just scheduled it, Tuesday night, Archives. Buck Showalter, Jose Tabata, Justin Morneau, Kevin Gossman, Heritage Chrome Red Sox, Jacoby Ellsbury, 917 out of 999. Adam LaRoche with his head in the clouds again. Ian Kennedy, that's Kennedy, Everett Cabrera, David Robertson. Chris Davis, Miguel Cabrera, Adam Jones, Roddy Cano, Jeremy Hefner, Matt Adams, Rex Brothers, Adam Lind, Nick Franklin, Evan Gaddis, Anthony Gose, and Jeremy Guthrie. Cody Ash, Jared Weaver, V-Mart, Rafael Betancourt, Pedro Alvarez, Pinto and Roscup, Pilar Goins, Blue Jays, Josh Beckett, Lonnie Chisenhall, Ryan Dempster, Patrick Corbin, Bronson Arroyo, Juan Nicasio, Freddie Freeman, look at here now, in action for your Atlanta Braves, right down Peach Street. Clay Buckle, Salvador Garcia, Johnny Venters, Yanel Escobar. Brian McCann, Corey Kluber, Andre Ethier. Flashbacks, Cubs, Ernie Banks. Juan Marichal, Max Scherzer, then, now, Ben Revere. Justin Ruggiano, CC Sabathia, Carlos Beltran. Manny Machado, Brandon Belt, Yu Darvish, Max Scherzer, Chris Sale. Phil Hughes, Adrian Gonzalez, Matt Harvey, New Age Performers, Travis Wood, Gerardo Paula, and Matt Carpenter. Rick Porcello, Taiwan Walker, and James Paxton, Mariners. Des Jennings, Cameron Maben. Look at here for the Nationals Clubhouse Collection. Game used memorabilia. Bryce Harper, DJ LeMahieu, Joaquin the Dog Benoit, Matt Harrison. And a little bit of hot. Glenn Perkins, Joe Kelly, Jeff Samardzija, Alex Gordon. We got a black refractor. Heritage Chrome, black refractor for the Reds, Joey Votto. 28 out of 65. Jose Lobaton. Kershaw and Jofer. Webb Robinson, rookies. Russ Martin. Reds score the black. Very nice. Very, very nice. Alex Rios, Adam Jones, Andrew Kashner. Gene Segura, Heritage Chrome, Brewers. 527 out of 999. Giordano Ventura and Jimmy Nelson. AJ Przinsky, Miguel Montero. Oddball ending to third, and Austin Romine. Derek Norris, Andres Torres, Randall Delgado as Drupal Cabrera, Austin Jackson, Leisman and Belfiore, Brian Wilson, Daniel Nava, and Terry Francona, a.k.a. Tito. Jason Worth, Prince Fielder, Eric Hosmer, Felix Dubront, Alex Avila. Flashbacks, Jim Palmer. Orioles. Marcelo Zuna, Ryan Rayburn, and Brandon McCarthy. Justin Upton, Adini Hechavarria. Dominic Brown, Willie Peralta, Yadi Molina. First draft for the Reds, Johnny Bench. Mark Melanson, Alex Cobb, Chris Heisey. Darwin Barney, Milkman, Mark Burley, Jose Fernandez. Autograph for the Athletics, Doc Edwards. Addison Reed, Chris Medlin, Starlin Castro, and Raul Ibanez. Real one autograph for the Athletics, Doc Edwards. Doc led 2 minor leagues in putouts and fielding. Born in 1938. A highly valued property with the Cleveland Indians, Doc Edwards was traded to the Athletics in 1963 for 2 players. Besides being a dangerous clutch hitter, Doc is a top defensive backstop. It's good stuff. Clayton Kershaw, Charlie Martin, Nate Scherholz, Adam Eaton. Coco Crisp, New Age Performers, Jose Fernandez, Marlins. Kyle Blanks, Howie Kendrick, and Clint Barnes. Buster Posey, Tommy Malone, Bob Melvin, Joey Bats. Chris Davis, Frank Robinson, then, now. Daniel Descalso, Peter Cosma. Dodgers, Nick Buss and Onelki Garcia. Dan Murphy. No relation to Dale. Braves, Christian Betancourt and David Hale. Leonis Martin. Tovar Robles. Aaron Hicks, Brandon Barnes, Matt Garza. Rays, Tim Beckham and Annie Romero. Kershaw, Cliff Lee and Jeff Samardzija. Dylan G. James Loney, Flying Hawaiian. Brandon Moss, Kenley Jansen, Kung Fu Panda. First draft, Johnny Bench, Reds. Big Red Machine. Ryan Sandberg, Paul Goldschmidt, Jay Bruce, and Fred Freeman. Ryan Vogelsong. Mike Trout, Gary Richards, Justin Masterson, Michael Waka, Ryan Braun, Gregor Blanco, JP Ancilla, Chase Utley, and Freddie Freeman not in action. Omar Infante, Big Poppy, Mitch Moreland, Josh Willingham. Stones get satisfaction atop U.S. chart. The Rolling Stones. Ryan Howard, Mike Leake, Aramis Ramirez, John Lackey. 5 packs to go. Box 2 of 3. Todd Frazier, Starling Marte, Eric Ibar with the mountain in the background. Giancarlo Stanton, Marlins, New Age Performers, Jonathan LaCroix, Danny Salazar, Joe Madden, Paul Konerko, and Fernando Rodney. Matt Latos, Jeff Locke, Zach Walters, Ihar Adrianza, Chris Johnson, Greg Holland. High number. Then and now, Bartolo Colon and Juan Marichal. David Wright, Yankees, Cabral and Murphy. And Mets, Travis D'Arnaud, Wilmer Flores. Something strange in the nape. Martin Prado, Marco Estrada, Ross Detweiler, Chase Headley. Joe Namath, the Jets open their wallet and ink Alabama's Namath. Roll Tide, roll damn Tide. Heath Bell, Michael Brantley, Mark Ellis, Kyle Gibson. Kirk Gibson, Stephen Drew. Mike Zunino, Phillies, Ethan Martin, Cameron Rupp. Trevor Plouffe, Alcides Escobar, Koji Uehara, Mike Matheny, and Andy Dirks. Last pack, box 2. Colton Wong, Audrey Perez, Neil Walker, Corey Hart, Zach Greinke. For the Dodgers, Yasiel Puig, Topps 2013 All-Star Rookie. Mike Pelfrey, Brett Lowry, Anibal Sanchez and Bartolo Colon and Justin Smoke. Smoke them if you got them, guys. If you ain't got them, you hit rock bottom. Two boxes, two ad panels. Can we make it a clean sweep on the ad panels? We'll do a viewing of them at the end, and we'll have to random them. Random them off to some lucky contestant. Ooh, it's looking long. We did it! 3 for 3! Much to my chagrin. Last box of the break. Chris Perez, Trevor Rosenthal, Jim Henderson, Garrett Cole. First draft, Johnny Bench, Reds. Chris Carter, catching touchdowns. John Gibbons, Mike Napoli, and Roy Halladay. Ryan Dalmett, Eric Stoltz, Jose Quintana, Kadir, Johnson, and Freeman. Jose Bautista, Shin, Sue, Chu, Wade Miley, Jason Greeley, and A-Bomb from A-Rod. Brad Miller, Pirates, Stolmy Pimentel, and Andrew Lambeau. Red Sox, Brandon Crawford, Zach Wheeler, Jimmy Rollins, Jorge De La Rosa, Davis Cabrera, Edmund Carnacion, Homer Bailey. Scooter Jeanette, Alfonso Soriano, Brandon Morrow, Randall Delgado, Willie Peralta, Angel Pagan, Salvador Perez, Brian Roberts, and Hiroki Kuroda. Devin Mesoraco, Torrey Hunter, Asdrubal Cabrera, Eric Hosmer. Look at here now, Cassius Clay, here pictured as Muhammad Ali. Heavyweight champ takes new name. Then and now, Max Scherzer and Juan Marichal. Max Scherzer, Don Mattingly, Albert Pujols, and Aaron Hill. Chris Capuano, J.J. Hardy, Felix Dubont, Brandon Barnes. For the Dodgers, Heritage Chrome, Yasiel Puig, 167 out of 999. And again as a new age performer. Nick Swisher, Matt Dominguez, Gio Gonzalez. Wainwright, Zimmerman, Kershaw. Hellboy, Mark Bailey, Bob Melvin. BJ Upton, high number. Charlie Leisman, Michael Belfiore. Brian Wilson, John Jaso, Astros, Jorge De Leon, and Max Stassi. Jed Garko, Peter Borjos, Adam Jones, Andrew Kashner. Trevor Plouffe, Marcelo Zuna, Ryan Rayburn. Dan Nava and Tito Francona. AJ Burnett, Matt Holliday, Jason Vargas, Henry Mejia, Tony Cingrani. First draft, Johnny Bench, Reds, Gabby Sanchez, Johnson Caminero, David Price, Vanderbilt. Drew Stubbs, Mike Moustakas, Dan Heron, Lorenzo Kane, Jello Pudding Pops, Cosby cracks TV's color line. Robbie Grossman, Rangers, Butler Aducci, Matt Kemp, and Matt Davidson and Chris Owings. Jared Saltalamacchia, Cabrera, Mauer, Trout. Doug Fister, Juan Pierre. New Age Performers, Tigers, Miguel Cabrera, Alan Craig, Jacob Turner, Carlos Quentin, Roman Fuentes, and Tommy Medica, Padres. Michael Kadire, Tyler Pasternicki, Clint Hurdle, Marisnik and Choice, Dustin Ackley, Jose Molina. Born in 75. 1 year younger than old Rippin' List, Eduardo Nunez, Tyler Chatwood, Alexei Ramirez. John Lester, Johnny Peralta, Ben Zobrist, Dan Ugla, Matt Cain, Carl Crawford, Cole Calhoun, Eric Sogard, and Marco Scudero. Ron Washington, Jules Schocken, Jonathan Villar, CJ Wilson, Cole Hamels. Then and now, Chris Davis and Frank Robinson. Robin Ventura, Wei Yin Chen, Osvaldo Arcia. Miguel Gonzalez, Mike Young, Bud Norris, David Murphy, Vernon Wells, Alex Wood, Xander Bogaerts, Jonathan Scoop, Junior Lake, Francisco Liriano. Edwin Encarnacion, A.J. Ellis, Justin Maxwell, Robbie Cano, Buster Posey, Heritage Chrome. 885 out of 999. DD, Brian Dozier, Alejandro De Aza, and Ivan Nova. Derek Norris, Andres Torres, Adini Hechavarria, Dominic Brown, Juan Nicasio. Flashbacks, Tigers, Al Kaline, Ad Reed, Daniel Descalzo, and Brandon McCarthy. Jason Worth, Prince, Fielder, Nate Shearhouse, Adam Eaton, John Lester, Peter Cosma, Chris Medlin, Starlin Castro, and Raul Ibanez. Darwin Barney, Milkman, Coco Crisp, Tovar and Robles, Phil Hughes, Ventura Nelson, AJ Przinsky, Bus Garcia, and Dan Murphy. 5 packs to go! Buster Posey, Tommy Malone, Aaron Hicks, Justin Masterson, Miguel Montero, Mark Melanson, Alex Cobb, oddball ending to 3rd, and Austin Romine. Giancarlo Stanton, Bryce Harper, John Jay, Austin Jackson, Chris Davis, he looks like he's in action. He is, and it is. Short print, photo variation, Royals. Flashbacks, Robert Gibson. Cardinals, Michael Saunders, Lance Berkman, and Dan Hudson. Chris Rusin, Brad Ziegler, Billy Hamilton, Nick Castellanos, Steve Cishek, Adrian Beltre, New Age Performers, Yu Darvish, Brett Oberholzer, Marlon Bird, and Kuji Fujipawa. Dan, whoa, guys, we have got action. This is the thickest card ever for Heritage. Christiani Gosewicz, Jonathan Papelbon, Kevin Gregg, Andrew McCutchen, Alex Avila. Heritage Chrome for the Yankees, Alfonso Soriano. 21 out of 565. Zach Cozart, Brett Gardner, and Kyle Loesch. What could we have with that thick card? Any speculation from the masses? Corpser says it's a coin card. $0.25. I've heard of 50 cents. Three odd panels. Let's do it, Rockapella. Jed Gyorko, Padres, Brad Miller, Mariners, and Bryce Harper, Nationals. We will random these shortly. Reds, Todd Frazier, Rays, James Loney, and Cardinals, Colton Wong and Audrey Perez. Let's see. We're going to enter the Cardinals twice for this one. So we do if they're different teams. So. Same with this one for the Mariners. Jared Weaver, Angels, Mariners, Taijuan Walker, and James Paxton, and Marco Estrada. I think I'm on a roll here in Little Rock. Wow, it's been a while since I did a random. Padres, Mariners, Nationals. Reds, Rays, Cardinals, Cardinals. And last, maybe least, Angels, Mariners, Mariners, and Brew Crew. All right, guys, last hit of the break. I'd like to take this time to wish everybody luck. And here we go. Red Sox, Grant Belfour, Dan Straley, Alexei Ogando. 65 mint. This is a genuine 1965 U.S. nickel, hand numbered. 13 out of 15. For the Dodgers, Maury Wills. We did it, guys. We got our first ever Heritage coin card of 2014. Now, back to those randoms. So close, but yet so far away. So far, I just can't see. So far away from me. All right, guys, we're going to random them all 3 times. Who's ever on top at 3 gets the card. Good luck. First up, Padres, Mariners, Nationals. 3 times. 1, 2, and the ad panel goes to the Padres. Jed Gyorko takes it home. 3 times Pods. Reds, Rays, Cardinals, Cardinals. Cardinals, heavy favorites going in. 1, 2, winner is Cardinals. Colton Wong and Audrey Perez. Lastly, Angels, Mariners, Mariners, Brewers. 1, 2, and the winner is Angels, Jared Dream Weaver. 3 times. All right, recap. The recap sans the ad panels. Let's go, people! Luongo collector. I've heard of Roberto Luongo. Tea time approaching for Colbster. Wow, he's going to have a sore back tomorrow. Here you go. All right, guys, here is the recap. Heritage Chromes numbered to 999. Giants, Buster Posey. Dodgers, Yasiel Puig. Brewers, Gene Segura. Red Sox, Jacoby Ellsbury. Angels, Albert Pujols. Cardinals, Carlos Beltran. Refractors to 565. Yankees, Alfonso Soriano. And Giants, Buster Posey. In action, short print photo variations. For the Orioles, Chris Davis. For the Braves, Freddie Freeman. Red Sox, David Ortiz. Clubhouse Collection, game used memorabilia. Braves, B.J. Upton. Nationals, Bryce Harper. Black refractor, numbered to 65 only. For the Reds, Joey Votto. Wheel 1 autograph, Athletics, Doc Edwards. And 13 out of 15, that is hand number, genuine 1965 U.S. nickel, 65 mint for the Dodgers, Maury Wills. All right, guys, that is the break, the randoms, the recap. These will ship tomorrow's Sunday. They will not ship till Monday morning. You get all the cards. The next Heritage break, that is a good question. What's today, Saturday? Well, you don't have to go far. Noon tomorrow, we'll do 3 more boxes. And then 3 on Monday, we will do the last 3. And that will be the end of the Heritage as we know it. I'll put this up on YouTube if you need it. And I will see you a little later. We got 2 more breaks today, guys. Rookie Anthology Hockey. That's at like 4 Central, I believe. No, it's at 7 Central. That'll give me enough time to sort this Heritage. And late tonight, we got a full case character break. Sons of Anarchy. Thanks, everybody, for joining. I will see you later.